Good morning, LinkedIn Live. This is Avatar Garth, and I am excited to be introducing the LinkedIn Live topic this morning, which is a sneak peek at Sheriff Consulting's 2 new on-demand courses. The first one is a 2.0-hour verifiable ethics course, Professional Ethics, an FTX story. The drama and massive failure of FTX is a story of unethical leadership, inadequate governance, and organizational culture with low psychological safety. As with many frauds, the primary media focus is on the sensational details. In this case, the spectacular rise and downfall of the wunderkind entrepreneur Sam Bankman-Fried, combined with the industry in which the events occurred, blockchain and cryptocurrency. But hidden beneath the surface of the enigmatic leader and the FOMO, fear of missing out, inherent in cryptocurrency are critical lessons in ethical decision-making, governance, and organizational culture. The second course I would like to introduce is my personal favorite, the 2.0-hour on-demand course called The Future is Generative AI. What CPAs need to know. Generative AI, artificial intelligence, such as ChatGPT and Google's Bard, has captured the public consciousness more quickly and intensely than other transformative technologies. Fear of missing out, FOMO, is a significant driver in many professionals attempting to understand and maximize generative AI for productivity and income-earning purposes. All right, I think I've said enough. Now let me return this LinkedIn live stream to real-life Garth. Take it away, Garth.
Thank you, Avatar Garth. That was generative AI in action there. Avatar Garth kicking us off with today's LinkedIn Live, which is a sneak preview of our new on-demand courses, Generative AI and FTX. So that was fun. I've used HeyGen before, which uses GPT-4 as its engine, but output is different. It's to create video avatars, and that was not me. That was my voice. That was my hand gestures. You know, my rhythm of speaking is not exactly the way I speak, but pretty good. So for those that might have just jumped into the LinkedIn Live and saw that, they might have thought, hey, that's Garth. That was Avatar Garth doing his thing. I like him. He's all right. We might hang out, have a coffee. Well, thank you for joining me this morning. This is a sneak preview of 2 on-demand courses that we have. They'll be available at different places, your CPA associations, on my website, sharifconsulting.com. Really excited to just give you a sneak peek at this. And one of them you did see a sneak peek for with Avatar Garth on generative artificial intelligence. Actually, I believe you might see Avatar Dave. So let's just introduce the first course that I'm excited to share with you today, which is The Future is Generative AI, What CPAs Need to Know. And this course is a course that was developed by Dave Trehera and myself. And it was done both in person. We got together to work on the introduction, and also we had our separate parts. And part of the interesting structure of this course is that Dave and I kind of go in and out of deep dives into certain generative AI platforms like ChatGPT, but also talk more theoretically, existentially about what it means for our profession. So it's a nice combination of myself and Dave going in and out of particular topics around generative AI and why it's important for CPAs to know what it is. So I thought I'd give you the first 2 minutes of this course that both Dave Trehera and myself introduce this program to you. So I just want to make sure that I'm sharing with my audio sound so you can hear. Just try this again, make sure that I'm doing this correctly. Always want to make sure that I'm sharing my system sound, which I believe I am. So without further ado, here's the first 2 minutes of The Future is Generative AI, What CPAs Need to Know.
Hey, I'm Garth.
And I'm Dave. Today we're talking about generative AI and how it's shaking up the CPA profession.
Generative AI uses algorithms to create content. How does this affect CPAs, you ask?
Think automation. It handles mundane tasks, giving CPAs more time for strategic analysis and decision-making.
Reducing errors, improving efficiency. Some worry about job impact. Dave?
No replacement here. AI enhances, not replaces. The human touch in accounting is irreplaceable.
So generative AI isn't a threat, but a tool to elevate the CPA profession.
Stick around as we explore applications, benefits, and challenges.
Now, what we just presented was scripted by ChatGPT with the query, write a script between Garth and Dave, who are co-presenters introducing the topic of generative AI and the CPA profession. A fun way to get us into this topic, but also a way that brings into focus the many opportunities and challenges in using generative AI.
That's right, Garth. The topic of generative AI elicits many thoughts and emotions, and we are here today to provide insights of how this transformative technology is and will impact our CPA profession.
We will be your co-presenters in this program. My name is Garth Sharif, and I am a CPA who designs and delivers continuing education programs for over 15 years. In the last few years, a focus of my courses has been artificial intelligence and now generative AI. I'm excited to be bringing this course to you along with my awesome co-presenter, Dave.
Thanks, Garth. My name is Dave Trehair, and I'm also a CPA. My main focus is personal finance and investing. I've written 6 books on the subject and have been giving courses to CPAs since 2008. My focus now is creating on-demand courses like this one with Garth from my home studio.
Our course will take you through the following generative AI learning objectives, beginning with defining generative AI.
Meet ChatGPT, your AI assistant, where I will take us on an initial walkthrough.
How did we get here? A timeline for the development of generative AI.
ChatGPT in depth, a deeper dive into ChatGPT.
The explore versus exploit mentality and what this means for generative AI.
AI in document analysis, data analysis, as well as presentations and reporting.
The ethics of generative AI and its implications for the CPA profession.
And AI at Microsoft, Copilot in Windows and Excel.
We are excited to begin, so let's start our course with defining generative AI.
All right. I was excited to film that piece with Dave. We went through and read a script from ChatGPT on how to introduce a topic on generative AI. So it was great to film with Dave and go through that. And it's a fun course. So take a look for it. It's on. I'll put the link in the LinkedIn Live. It's on my site, Shreve Consulting. But CPA provinces and other vendors will be carrying that 2-hour on-demand course. So just in time for the holiday CPD season, and again, something that's, I think, really relevant to CPAs. Next, let's talk about the second on-demand course that Shreve Consulting has, and I'll show you the trailer versus the introduction, which is professional ethics and FTX story. Now, I've been delivering both on-demand and webinars around these themed professional ethics stories, and so we had one on Theranos, professional ethics, a Theranos story, and these are just good examples, both fun in a terrible way, of course, to introduce some of the challenges that can occur in an organization if things really break down from the inside. And so these 2 courses, again, this is my website, Shreve Consulting, are here and available now. Professional ethics and FTX story. The future is generative AI, what CPAs need to know. And the FTX story is just really interesting if you haven't followed it in terms of what happened with Sam Bankman-Fried. And it's intertwined with blockchain and cryptocurrency, which I've been talking about for a number of years. And it just, not only is it a spectacular fraud in terms of its scale and just what happened. There's interesting characters, Sam Bankman-Fried and Larry David, Tom Brady, Giselle Brunson. There's all kinds of acronyms involved: FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt, the beanbags, big hair, Bahamas. It just goes on and on. It's just a very interesting story, which, again, there'll be a Netflix series or a movie. There's going to be all kinds of stuff around this in terms of the media. But I'm looking at this in the same way I looked at Theranos, in terms of, yes, we'll focus on Sam Bankman-Fried like we focused on Elizabeth Holmes, but what happened organizationally inside Theranos that led to this particular fraud? And what does it mean for us in terms of how we look at these situations and what we can take away? So that's the way in which I will be focusing on it. It's really fun in terms of how we go through. Again, very difficult fraud because people lost money, and it's Just a lot of bad behavior that happened sort of at the Sam Bankman-Fried level, but a lot of takeaways and an interesting case study to go through. So without further ado, I thought I'd play the trailer for this. I got all kinds of videos today. So this is the trailer for FTX, or Professional Ethics and FTX story. Let me start it up, put myself on audio mute. Here we go. Right. I started. I like that theme. I was bopping my head to it, like, the Night at the Roxbury. Uh, Many thanks to Leonard Chen, who both did the videography, the direction, and also created that trailer. So thank you, Leonard Chen. I should give a lot of thanks. Leonard Chen at UV Studios, one of the best videographers around. He's awesome what he does. If you need video, professionally looking video, and an easy person to film in front of, which is a big part of filming, go to Leonard Chen, UV Studios. Let me know, and I'll give you his information. Many thanks to Frank Torsia, who has done a lot in terms of the instructional design of my programs and putting it on Articulate and Rise and getting SCORM packages set up. So there's always a team around me, and I want to give them many thanks. I'll do my thanks as we approach the holiday season. I think next week I'll say what I'm grateful for, and all the thanks for the people around me that do a lot of the work to help me develop courses and present them in front of people. So I'll save that for next week. But yes, those two courses, Professional Ethics and FTX Story, 2 hours of verifiable ethics for your year-end ethics needs, are now available at a small screen near you. So reach out to me if you're interested in those courses and you'd like to know where to get them. There's also coupons that we're offering in terms of discounts on those two new courses for those to sort of get an early start on taking those courses. So you can let me know, and I'd be happy to provide you a discount and give you a chance to watch those two courses as we approach the year end, which is a busy time of year for me. Continuing professional development courses, CPE in the US, everyone's usually just kind of scrambling to get those hours. So I'm happy to introduce two new courses that will, one, satisfy the CPD hours, but also hopefully give you some learning objectives and some takeaways. I don't have Avatar Garth kicking me off LinkedIn Live. I should have had that now that I'm thinking about it. But Avatar Garth did bring us to this point, and I think that is where I will end it, showing the two new courses that we have. The future is generative AI, what CPAs need to know, professional ethics, and FTX story. And I hope you're able to take one of those courses, and we welcome your feedback. But we will have one more LinkedIn Live before the end of the year, maybe two. It just depends on the schedule, but at least one before the end of the year as we come into the end of 2023. Thanks everybody for watching, and until the next time, take care everyone.